Hey buddies, I'm back here to demonstrate how Steam has its shit together and PlayStation Network and presumably, from what I can remember, Xbox One also don't have their fucking shit together when it comes to downloadable titles. I've had limited experience with downloadable titles on the Xbox One, but I do recall that the download for Project Spark, took a very long time on launch day. This is launch day of Wolfenstein New Order. The download has gone live across the Americas, and here I am downloading the game at 12 megabytes per second. 12 megabytes per second, and currently on the friggin' PlayStation, it's downloading at less than 1 megabyte per second. Like, probably even 300 kilobytes per second from what it looks like. Over the course of 3 hours, I was only able to download 16 gigabytes, and it continues to count up slowly in the background, giving no indication that there is any kind of download going on. No progress bar, it takes it away. This is estimating that it's going to take me an hour and 10 minutes from the moment that I purchase the game to actually get it, and that's actually dropping very quickly. It's dropping by a minute per second, so that's not even a proper estimate. It's going to take me less than an hour to download the fucking thing. I'm just very frustrated because digital downloads, this is a rant, digital downloads continue to be one of the worst deals in gaming that you can get unless you get heavily discounted prices on the PC. And we've seen those on Steam. On launch day, they still rarely exist at that kind of thing. I can never really recommend to somebody, if you live within a reasonable amount of time, to get to a retail location and get a physical copy, even if it is on PC. You should do that because it retains resale value. Better still, wait until digital discounts with a Steam sale if you can wait to play a game later on. However, as it stands, digital downloads are not ready for prime time based on their abysmal download times. And this thing that Steam and PlayStation, I was really excited about when they talked about last year's E3 about how, like, the moment you start downloading the game, basically you'll be able to start playing it. They may have been referring to Project Gaikai in some ways there. In other ways, they were mainly just referring to it would give priority to the very first scenes of the game so that you would get those and then you'd be able to start playing. And by the time you got through those scenes, the rest of it would be ready for you. Well, that's not even fucking close to what is reality. As you can see, on a 100 megabyte connection, I am unable to get the game going over the course of 3 hours. Last I checked before I came back in here with this, remember I started downloading this stuff at 9:30. It was at 17 out of 52 gigabytes. And that's just how it is. That's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. And I don't know what else to say beyond that besides this is going to be done very, very shortly. Like, I could play 2 games of Hearthstone right now and it would be done. You know what? Let's do that. Let's play some fucking Hearthstone. I'm going to play Hearthstone. I don't give a shit. In addition to that, like, I mean, when it came down to it, you, like, saw the opening scenes of Wolfenstein there. My initial reaction, like, now I want to play it on PC. I don't care that I just dropped $120 on a single fucking game. Whatever, I do a video game show. We'll compare the graphics. The fact is, the graphics on the PlayStation, and this isn't really the PS4's fault. I'm sure the PlayStation is able to achieve a lot more than this. But the graphics were just nothing special. I'm sure they're going to be fabulous on the PC, but it looks like Bethesda kind of phoned it in for the console version from what I can see. Like, there's no reason why games on the previous generation on PlayStation 3 look like 10 times better than that. Not 10 times, but you know what I'm saying. They look a lot better than that. But I'd like you to chalk up the majority of my disappointment and my anger that I've displayed today with, like, I've just been so excited to play a new next generation game. Like, I feel like Wolfenstein was going to be the first real next gen game that we were going to get to take a look at this year. I mean, what were the previous ones that had a chance to be the next new games? Yeah, go ahead, Becky. change the title to like something like, you know, change the game to Hearthstone and then change the title to Waiting for Wolfenstein. Anyways. Let's, so I've got a Hearthstone deck here with 5 Blood Imps. And I'll tell you this much, I picked up 2 Blood Imps within a couple of the first couple packs that I was opening. And then I just chose every Blood Imp after that, no matter what I had to pass. I even had to pass some Hellfire, which you know is the wrong pick. But I've gotten to the point with Hearthstone where I just kind of want to have fun with it now, so I'm kind of building, when I see the opportunity to build something silly, I do. And I think this deck is actually really good with those Blood Imps, with those 5 Blood Imps. I'm lacking board clearance, but you'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Oh, man.
Gul'dan,
Yeah, thanks, Becky.
Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
I don't want any of these. This is an extremely low curving deck that I've got built here, so if I see something like that in my opening, I pass it immediately. I want... Give me a Blood Imp! I have 5 fucking Blood Imps! Give me one of them! Anyways, Blood Imp plus Demolisher is amazing, by the way. 5 Blood Imps plus a Demolisher. You don't need 5, but... Alright, still have no really any opening moves. I'm gonna draw 1 card at least here. Take advantage of my empty turn. Still nothing to curve out. I'm curving out terribly here, despite the very low curve that this deck has. I still don't have a turn 2 move. I have a turn 3 Demolisher. That's not really something you want to drop turn 3. I mean, he has nothing on the board, so maybe it'll be okay, but... I mean, he's probably about to... There you go. He can take that out. All he has to do is sacrifice his Divine Shield, and he can take out my Demolisher with a swipe as well, which isn't something that's not good. I have really no really good options right now.
I wonder.
I think I'll just be sending out the Demolisher to waste time. My only other option is drawing, but then I'm going to lose momentum on the board. He's going to deal with that right away. Unfortunately, that means he's still going to have a 3-1 on the board after this. I don't see him doing anything but that. If he... I don't know what he's thinking about. He should just take a swipe. Yeah. He's not even going to take 1 damage to his health. Attack the Demolisher, then swing at it with the Divine Shield. There you go. That's exactly what he had to do there. Alright, so... I guess I'll draw into another card. There's my Blood Imps. Where were they like fucking forever ago? Because as you know, dropping 2 Blood Imps early game is so much fun. They end up being like, it's impossible to clear them once you got a couple out early on in the game, because the only way to get rid of Blood Imps is with Area of Effect, to do something that clears the board, because they have stealth, right? Now, the Druid doesn't have a lot that can just... He only has Naturalize, which gives me 2 cards, and a lot of people don't pick it, so he doesn't really have perfect removal, meaning that if I put all my cards into Void Terror, it's actually not that bad of a move for me. And I think that's what I'm going to do here. Because it'll allow me to play the Void Terror after I attack. I can take some damage, so I'll clear her off. send out the Void Terror. Now he's a 5/4, and at the end of turn... Hey, what the fuck? There you go. The animation was behind. And now he might be a 5/6. No, the Blood Imps gave their buff to each other. Never mind. But at least they're going to be immune to the swipe that he's about to play on my Void Terror. See, right now he's really wishing that they were still 0/1s.
What to do?
He almost, this card right here, this is almost definitely, right there, that's a swipe. I want you to watch that card from now on, because that's a swipe. He spent so much time with it sitting up like that, like poking it up. He considered it. Right? He's decided not to. He's going aggro instead. I'm not sure that's the right choice. And in fact, I'm almost certain that's not the right choice right now. So I've got a Shadow Bolt and Demon Fire to get rid of this guy. I want to keep the board clear and keep my guys alive. And I especially want to get way out of swipe range if I can. And I'm going to play the Dread Infernal next turn when he's able to do the most damage to these imps. But for right now, I'm getting rid of this dude. I'm going to go into the face because regardless of the fact that she's going to generate another imp next turn, and yeah, they're going to do a little bit of damage to me, 5 face damage is worth waiting another turn. And now I have 3 Blood Imps. This is silliness. This is the exact kind of silliness I was looking forward to. So he's 1 damage point away from swipe, so he's going to have to sacrifice... Well, you know, he's got these 1/1s, so like, it's still within range of swipe. He might not have it now. If he doesn't use it right now... Last turn he made a momentum move by playing the Warlord. But now he's realizing that he's not going to maintain momentum if he doesn't deal with this board right now. He also has Starfire, which could still wipe out the imps. 2 of the imps are 1 toughness away from surviving Starfire, which is a 5 mana card that does 2 damage to everything on the board or 5 damage to a single card. Was that the card that I called? Was that the card I predicted? Shit, I didn't... Was that the right one? It would be so cool if it was. It was the card? Oh yeah, I have a Priestess too, which does the same thing as the fucking imps, which makes no sense. Okay, I can't play my Dread Infernal now because it'll wipe away some of my imps, so I guess I'm gonna go out there with...
You gotta be kidding me!
And I'll draw 1 card. This will probably be the last card I draw. Flame Imp. Alright. Okay, so now they're out of range of the Dread Infernal, meaning next turn I'm wiping the board, hopefully. It may have been a bad choice to go with the Dread Infernal later on like that. I don't know. I mean, if I played the Dread Infernal earlier, yeah, I would have gotten rid of 2 of her imps, but it would have... But it also would have made my imp susceptible to that swipe that he did earlier, and I would have lost 2 of them. Also, you know what's fun is that there's a total of 5 imps on the board right now. And now there's 6. He just fucking healed her. He's actually got some goddamn decent momentum right now. At least I can Dread Infernal. My imps survive it. Can't really deal with her imp generator right now, though. Do I take the 3 damage to the face to put out a 3/2 right now? I don't really want to go that low down. in health, but I also need to regain a little bit of momentum here. Or I could put out the 2-1. I'll put out the 2-1.
Do you need a blessing?
I'm not confident enough to take 3 more damage to my face. Like, he could have... I don't know what he could have next turn. Like... There's the taunt. That was just a matter of time, I suppose. Okay, the good thing is that I'm within... I would have liked some removal there, but at least I'm within range of being able to destroy this dude. Like, it's kind of a waste to give it to the Sun-Shattered Cleric, or the... It's kind of a weird situation I'm in. I actually think I need to draw. Not a great card at this moment. I don't need to put out the cleric. I guess I'm just gonna attack the taunt, or him. And now I can put out the Boulder Fist Ogre.
Almost out of time.
I'm gonna put out the Silverhand Knight because he can deal with more stuff next turn.
Ready, sir.
I'm just out of range of lethal, even if he has a buff. No, if he has a +4 attack buff, then I'm in a little bit of trouble. The good thing is, regardless of how badly I'm kind of doing here, it's still fun to play. There's a real satisfaction in tossing out multiple Blood Imps that can't be touched. It's silly and it's fun. Unless I top deck. The next 2 top decks are the Blood Imps, then I might be a little annoyed. I don't know, I've got some good stuff in my hand to deal with right now, though. Things just turned out really nicely for him. Not much I can do here. It's game over. Who can deal with friggin' 2 Iron Barks in a row? Oh, big man move. Nice. I was letting him, like, swing in if he wanted to. What a dickhead. Is that what you guys call it in Hearthstone, in the Hearthstone community? Big man? BM? Let's check on how the download's going. It's 40 minutes away now, so that was 1 Hearthstone game. Let's see how many Hearthstone games I can get in before it's done downloading. I'm okay with that. That's what this whole show's about, Becky. How long it takes to download Wolfenstein on Steam. That's why the background in Baby Hank stays. It's a Hearthstone show, but it's also a Wolfenstein show. All right, back into the arena. So yeah, like my opinion, I said earlier about what was I saying? Fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, about the draft process in Hearthstone and making, you know, fun decks and stuff. The draft process is just so unfortunately limited in that you only get to choose from 3 cards per pack, and it kind of prevents you from making really fun decks all the time, because Like in Magic, if you go into a draft, you can go in with the mentality that I'm going to make a silly deck, and you can go in there and you can choose only like, you know, goblins or birds or like, you know, make a very fun themed deck. With Hearthstone, you have to get lucky to make a fun themed deck in Arena.
Gul'dan versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Your soul shall be mine.
How am I never getting an opening hand with a single fucking Blood Imp in it? There you go. Blood Imp. Yeah, try to hit that mage, you piece of fucking shit. What's up with Yusuke? Oh, good job, Yusuke. Now, I could actually start pumping that Blood Imp up. Let's let him do a little bit of work on his own first. I don't want to lose him. But, I mean, I've got Demon Fire here, 2 Demon Fire, so I can turn that Blood Imp next turn into like a... I can make him a 3/3 if the wolf stays out there. I might not. Maybe when I have more Blood Imps to spare, but it's always nice to have at least a single Blood Imp on the floor.
I wonder.
That's a shame. Let's see how much of her removal I can eke out before she gives up. So I'm thinking I might try to activate the Wind Fury on the Raging Worgen. Especially since I'll end the turn, like if I do 2 damage to him next turn, he'll end the turn with 3 health. As opposed to 2, which is still within range of a lot of stuff that the mage has, but I mean, you can't really play around that kind of stuff too much. Or I don't. And I keep him out of range of, like, I mean, I could also... Thing is, if I end the turn, if I attack the face and end the turn, he'll be a 3/5. Next turn, she'll attack the Worgen, he'll survive, and I'll take... Is it worth using 2 Demon Fire to take that guy down? With the Warlock, maybe it is. Because I can draw into more cards, so fuck it. Think of it as that Ogre just 2-for-1'd me. I don't know. Just hoping that she doesn't polymorph the Worgen at some point. If he's able to stay on the board a little bit longer, he's going to be out of range of any of her damaging spells.
Just me and Mr. Bitey.
That's exactly what I wanted to see on the board. The only bad thing is I can't take out the mechanic in one shot. Oh, I can, because it gets +1 as well, doesn't it, when it enrages? Keep forgetting that. So... And then I'm hoping the Priestess puts it right out of range. Let me draw a card first. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Do you need a blessing?
Get that Worgen some health. Thank you.
What to do? What to do?
She really wants to deal with the Worgen right now, and now she can. She's gonna sacrifice the little bluegill warrior, and there he goes. He had a good run.
More training?
So this turn I could play. I think I'll play the Silverhand Knight.
Squire, attend me. Job's done. Ready, sir.
Next turn I'll play these two. All right. What do we got? Not a lot I can do to that frost elemental right now.
If you insist.
I'm gonna go to the face.
More training?
For the crusade!
I'm one turn away from potential board clearance, and this is maybe overplaying a little bit, but considering that the Gnomish Inventor draws me a card and the Scarlet Crusader has a Divine Shield, I'm not as afraid of overplaying.
Done.
If she uses Flame Strike next turn, I'm going to lose everything but the Silverhand Knight and the Scarlet Crusader. Unless... Okay, there we go. I was hoping that at least one piece of health would have gone to the Gnomish Inventor. Does she have a Flame Strike? It was an acceptable risk. It was a calculated risk. If I didn't lose the Gnomish Inventor, it would have been great, but the Gnomish Inventor was the only real overplay in that situation. She's going to the face. That's interesting. All right. So what I'm thinking of is maybe bringing out the Void Terror. If he comes out in the middle of them, he's going to be a 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 6. But then she could just polymorph it. I'd rather see a polymorph before I do that. I think instead, I'm going to go to the face
Join or die.
with Scarlet Crusader. I'm going to say goodbye to her. And then I'm going to say goodbye to the knight.
Do I have to?
Just because of polymorph, it makes the Void Terror less valuable in my hand right now. Also against the Shaman. In terms of other characters, how many other characters have perfect removal like that? Like, the Warlock can give you that curse that makes the creature die the next turn. The Mage can take the creature altogether with Mind Control. That's a turn 10 move, though. Well, there goes. So that's the Void Terror move. Now, can I reasonably assume that the Void Terror might be... I mean, she could have multiple polymorphs easily.
Is this really necessary?
But does it matter? Playing a Void Terror right now gets her out of range of everything but polymorph. Like, sure, I'm gonna open myself up to a polymorph by doing that. Let's see what I draw into first. Yeah, I want that 3/3, extra 3/3 on the board. Let's make him a 6/5. And hopefully by the end of turn, he'll be a 6/7, far out of range of even her fireballs. Not far, but out of range of her fireballs. Come on, give it to him. Good.
What to do? What to do?
Oh yeah, the hunter has the shot, deadly shot, which is, if there's only one thing on the board, it's a guarantee. What's the rogue have for perfect removal? No, she just has straight up assassinate, which isn't RNG, it's just like, she can just like assassinate you with 5 mana, completely destroys the creature. So that's not RNG perfect removal. Warrior has execute if you damage the creature. Another flame strike. She was really considering waiting on the flame strike, hoping that maybe she'd get another creature next turn if she was willing to take, well, I mean, she was gonna have to take extra damage no matter what. Now I'm kind of debating, like with Mage, I mean, if I was against anybody but Mage, I'd probably life tap again just to get a few more options and keep the pressure on her. But I'm so close to lethal here with 4 damage in my hand. And like, if the Tiger survives till next turn, which against the Mage, he basically has to, unless she put down a Kobold and played another Flame Strike. That's the only way that she would be able to get the Tiger this turn. She could put down Taunt, something with Taunt, but I mean, she needs to deal with the Void Terror and put down something with Taunt.
I'm flying!
So with 4 mana left, that's game.
Morning person.
I smell blood.
Oh, it's 4 damage to a goddamn minion, dummy. What's the, no, he has, what's the other card that the Warlock has that does 4 damage to the, it discards a card. I was confusing it with, it's just straight up 4 damage and you discard a card. Not Shadow Bolt, but it costs 0 to cast. Anybody?
I wonder.
Soulfire. I was confusing it with Soulfire. There's the Pyroblast. Oh, that's good.
Well played.
The honorable way to go out. See, if I had drawn another card that last turn where I said that against a mage I don't want to, I think I would have been within lethal range. Maybe not 4. I would have been 1 point. No, I would have been within lethal range. No, because Pyroblast is 10 mana, so she still wouldn't have been able to Fire Blast the face. Still, it would have been way too close for comfort. Right. See how that Wolfenstein download's going. "24 minutes remaining. That seems like one more game of Hearthstone." They're just in time too, because Hearthstone's gonna shut down for maintenance in the next like half hour.
Welcome to my inn.
Why did it just tell me that Unleash the Hounds has been changed? I know. So yeah, when it comes down to it, as the rant stands at the beginning of this segment, why the fuck hasn't PlayStation Network and the Xbox Network and the Nintendo Network been able to get their shit together to make downloads happen within a reasonable amount of time? Why does it take so long? Get rid of the tiger. Ooh, this is a nice rollout. This is kind of what I built the deck for. This right here is what it's all about.
Job's done.
Paladin could have Get Down. Probably almost definitely has Get Down. So I guess now is the time to play this on my friendly imp. Wait, he counts as a demon, right? Good. This way he'll survive it.
Is this really necessary?
Job's done.
Noble sacrifice. I've seen one other trap used by the Paladin. Not often, but there's one other trap that they use sometimes. I guess I'm gonna put out the... There's nothing I can do with the Blood Imp right now unless I want to lose him. And then if I play another Blood Imp, then it gives the chance that the Flame Imp isn't going to end up with that extra that extra health. I think this turn I'm going to spend on a life tap, and I'm just going to wait one more turn. See, if I played another Blood Imp, there's a chance that the two Blood Imps would have... Well, there goes that. The two Blood Imps would have helped each other instead of the Flame Imp, and then they would have been within range of the Grizzly, making it no reason why I wouldn't just attack that turn. Alright, you get squelched. Alright. I guess it's time to send out this little guy.
No, they can't do I have to.
Yeah, it's good that he used it early game, because I have another Blood Imp ready to go. I don't have a lot of cards that the Kobold actually helps in this deck.
It's time for a little blood.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I think one more card. Unless I'm in a real pinch later on, that's probably going to be the last card I draw this game. I have enough options now. Holy Wrath. He clears the board. Now I'm gonna roll out with I think Venture Co. Mercenary. He's gonna do the most amount of damage with that cleared board right now.
You gotta be kidding me!
Sure, he makes my other guys more expensive, but now his #1 mission is getting rid of Venture Co. Mercenary. The only time I probably wouldn't have made that play there is against a mage,
Not a morning person.
where the mage would be able to freeze him for a turn, making it so that I have to feel the detrimental effects for another while. But right now, I'm happy to be doing 7 face damage per turn for the next
Ready for action.
how long? Oh, fuck. Of course. That's the other instance in which it's not a good thing. Yeah. Let's get that off the board.
How you doing?
Do I want another card? I don't need another card right now. Nah. He can't be feeling very good about this guy being on the board like that. What's his perfect removal again? It's, Paladin perfect removal. Oh, one of the best fucking cards that the Paladin can have. And he has one, of course he does.
Mind if I roll need?
You son of a bitch. Is it gonna give the imps? Oh my god. And I don't even think I have any
How you doing?
He's going over the top. I don't think he has any intention to deal with,
So many possibilities.
I'm gonna get rid of the detrimental effects.
Not good, not good.
I've got to make him fear for his life. He's gonna try to race me. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, good. I thought he was gonna try to race. And I honestly was actually kind of afraid of that. I was afraid he might think a race was in his best interest. It is a lot of fun, right? It's quite a bit of fun, this deck. Next turn, like I don't know what I'm considering. I don't know. Not too worried about her getting healed up. Especially because I have the Dread Infernal in my hand. I wish I was able to deal with this guy right now, but I guess later on I will. Well, I can, actually. I guess I could... Okay. I mean, Blood Imp, you did a good job. See you later. I have a new one to replace you. There are a dime a dozen these guys.
Do I have to?
Is that a noble sacrifice?
Reporting for duty.
This is one of the best Paladin, like, you don't see many Paladin decks in Arena that really do weenies well, and he's pulling it off quite well right now. It's not a good time to go after the Berserker right now. He's almost definitely got a noble sacrifice.
So many
is annoying.
possibilities.
I guess it's like really not much. I mean, it's gonna be noble sacrifice. Yeah.
Get down!
I have this sick feeling in my stomach that what he has in his hand right now is a Stronghold Guardian or whatever that thing is, the one that gives +1/+1 to everything.
I wonder.
I'm gonna send the Cult Master out as sort of sort of bait. Make him. He's a little bit of a target. You want to get him off the board quickly. I really want to just get him away from smacking my face anymore.
Put this apple on your head.
Reporting
Okay,
for
he's
duty.
laid it all out on the table now. I'm really happy with what he's doing right now. I wasn't expecting him to wipe his own board like that.
Smash.
Do you need a blessing?
Put this apple on your head.
Oh shit, double knife juggler.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, not the imp. No. He was such a valiant little guy. Oh man, he got my Demolisher within range too. Let's see what I draw first. Alright.
Smash.
He's relying purely on top decks now.
The gates are open.
That's a really nice top deck at this stage in the game for him.
Reporting for
He has to
duty.
be happy with that. And boy, is he getting the best hits off of those knife jugglers. I'm actually kind of happy he got... And he's just clearing his own board. This... He should be going over the top right now, considering he's relying on top decks to win the game. Was he not within almost lethal range too?
Give me a minute.
Does he want to show me a legendary? Do you think that's it? He really wants to draw into that legendary that he's got. And now I've got the perfect Wind Fury target.
Hey, give me a minute.
So whatever he's got in his hand is something like an enchantment, like to buff, like some sort of buff.
Reporting for duty. Behold the might of Storm.
There it is.
Wind.
Oh, I'm so glad he didn't get that earlier. Alright, so I'm at 6, I'm at 10 health. He's got the ability to take me down with 8 next turn. I can deal 8, 13 damage. I'm still out of range of lethal. That's really annoying.
I wonder.
This is a really weird situation because I have to sacrifice both my creatures to take down the Stormwind champion. Let me see if I draw into a buff or like some sort of damage that I don't. Alright, so now I have no choice. I was hoping for one of my cards that like might buff my creature to just finish it right now. I can do a total of... I can do that. I was really hoping to top deck any one of my, forget the name of it. Thing that does 2 damage to his face. Swinging in for 6.
Reporting for duty.
He got me. Yeah, he got me. To be fair, he should have got me a long time ago. But there's the demon fire that I was hoping for earlier. Game over, man. Too bad, because as much of fun as this deck is, it doesn't feel like it's playing very strongly. I mean, it's let's do an average. If I can get 3, if I can go 3-3 with it, it means it's an average deck, right? 50% of the players make it to 3-3. I'm still happy with it though. 5 Blood Imps. I'm trying to remember the exact cards that I passed for the Blood Imps. Like, I think I passed at least 1 or 2 Hellfire, which really, you shouldn't do that. I passed another piece of removal, I think a Soulfire. I forget what the other ones were. I think maybe 1 more Shadow Bolt for a Blood Imp. Like, I passed a lot of mainly removal for the Blood Imps, which is just, in the end, like, that's the main thing, is that I drafted a deck that doesn't make sense. I made all the wrong choices on purpose, because I fucking love Blood Imps. They're a lot of fun. Alright, let's see how that Wolfenstein download is. Seven minutes left. Alright. So, I guess I'm gonna come back in about... Does this is still has to install, right? Shouldn't take too long. Right? Steam doesn't install as it downloads, does it? I can't remember. It's been like a year since I've bought a new game on Steam, feels like. They don't usually install. What do you mean by that? You mean they don't usually install as it downloads? Oh, it's already installing. So it's installing as it downloads at this moment. I don't know, Becky. I was thinking of just replaying the first scene myself. Just replaying the first bit. Anyways, you can probably stay in bed. I'm just going to be looking at the graphical comparison, I think. If there's anything I can get out of the fact that I've had to buy this game twice tonight, it's at least being able to compare it PC to console. No, Becky, you stay in bed. You were looking a little bit tired earlier anyways. I think what will likely happen... We have a show tomorrow, too. What will likely happen is I'm going to play the first scene again, and maybe just a little bit more. but not likely too much more. I have a GTX 680, which I think most people will. I should do this in a separate segment if I'm going to be doing a graphical comparison. So I'll be back. I'm gonna take a washroom break, snack, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes, I guess. So stay tuned.